The idea with a cultural burn is that it's a cool burn, which the idea of that is that when the flame passes, that the soil is still cool to the touch. We're looking at reintroducing species and revitalising those species that are here. Yeah, so I'm Darren Wandin, I'm a Wurundjeri man and also the Indigenous Development Officer at Council and heading up the Return of the Fire Sticks program, is probably what it's called. A fire practitioner in training, so learning off many other fire practitioners around Australia through the Fire Sticks Alliance and also through my own mob, so through Wurundjeri as well. My father David Wandin, or Uncle Dave as people know him, so learning a lot off him too. Lots of experience in the past with burns, doing grassland burns and stuff like that with various councils when I was a member of the Yarra Ranges, which is Wurundjeri's natural resource management crew. It's been a bit of a journey. We understand that that soil layer that we've got is, in ecological terms, it'll be called a seed bank. We refer to it as like a memory bank sort of thing, so it's like the identity of the place. When we apply fire, that's like a medicine to help remind who it is. So at the moment we've got a lot of these weedy species, which is the phalaris, which is the main dominant one. We're trying to sort of skin that off to get rid of that, so then we can actually have the seed bank regenerate afterwards. So we might have a few phallite burns. But this area here is we're looking at gum country, so that's one of the country types, and this is sort of, it's gum country, but it's also a little bit of riparian mixed in there as well. So we're looking at sort of floodplains. So essentially, when we're looking at a landscape like this, like the timing is critical. So we just had big rain on Saturday. We looked at this prior to Saturday, probably Monday, and we sort of hesitantly put in that we're going to burn because we needed that rain to come through. Otherwise, we wouldn't have had that soil moisture. So it's about working with those elements, making sure that they're favourable. And then if they're not, then we have that knowledge to not put fire in country, because we need to make sure if whilst putting fire in country is good to heal, if we go ahead and do it when country's not right and it's not the right timing, we can do more damage than good.
Back of the Black Saturday fires from 2009, Council was looking at better ways to be actually to build a natural mitigation in the landscape, to provide healing into landscape, but also to build resilience and healing into communities as well. And we came across the ancient Aboriginal cultural practice of cool burning or cultural burning. And that journey's been a long one. It's probably about 9 or 10 years old now. It took a while to actually source where we could actually find this knowledge. It became evident to us that when Aboriginal people cared for the landscapes prior to colonisation, they'd managed to build a natural mitigation into the landscapes, because there's no recorded evidence of meta fire or a major bushfire that we're aware of today over the last 6,000 years. So that led us into a bit of a journey in trying to find where that expertise resided. And there's clear evidence that Wurundjeri people certainly use cultural burning as a land management tool for thousands of generations. But all that cultural knowledge is lost as southeastern Australia, I suppose, bore the major brunt of colonisation. But anyway, I suppose after a couple of years and we were attending a few conferences, we actually found a fellow called Victor Stevenson from far north Queensland, and Victor was lucky enough to be able to be walking country with as a young boy with the fire practitioners up there. He still had that knowledge, and so that sort of led to a journey of relationship, respect and knowing as we formed a relationship with the Fire Sticks Alliance Aboriginal Corporation, and we were able to access that knowledge, and they've been incredibly generous with their knowledge and sharing, and we're managing to, I suppose, link the Wurundjeri traditional owners up with that knowledge, and they've been refining their own cultural practices in that space. We're very optimistic that over time we can bring back that knowledge and build that natural resilience back in landscapes and our communities across the area.